Okay guys, so let's face a harsh reality. No matter how great we are as programmers, sometimes our script has errors. They may occur because of our mistakes, an unexpected user input, erroneous server response, and for thousands of other reasons which you can think and not think of. Usually a script dies, immediately stops, that is, in case of an error. So printing out in the console what the problem is normally the solution. But there is a syntax construct, the try-catch, that allows us to catch errors so the script can, instead of just dying, do something more reasonable. So in the upcoming lectures we will learn about the try-catch syntax, then about an error object using try-catch, throwing our own error, rethrowing an error, and finally the try-catch finally. Finally. There's nothing final in life. Okay, so let's get into it. So first of all, let me just escape this and make this smaller again. These are the starter files. It's just a basic HTML with a few buttons in it, and well, this explanations right here. The buttons don't do pretty much. We will link them up using our JavaScript, and that's basically it. So everything will happen in our app.js. Okay, let's get started with try-catch syntax. So how does this look? Well, it's pretty easy. You just type in try, then curly braces, and within here we'll write a code, and after that we'll have a catch, and this should catch a error, and then we will handle the error. So error handler, error handling. Okay, so how does this actually work? Well, first the code is executed in here. So within the try, if there was an error, then the catch error is ignored. So if there was no error, then the catch error is ignored. Then execution reaches the end of the try and goes on, skipping catch. Okay, so that's basically without having an error. But if there is an error, so if an error occurs, then the try execution is stopped, so this one right here, and the control flows to the beginning of catch error. The error variable can use any name for it. It will contain an error object with details about what just happened. So an error inside of the try, so it's inside of here of the block, does not kill the script, but instead we have the chance to handle it with catch. Okay, so normally, let's just open up a console here. So console, and I need to zoom in a bit. Ooh, that's maybe too much. Let's see, type in something. Ah, that's good. Okay, so let's give an example of this. So let's say example 1. Now, as I said, we have our two buttons here. So let's grab on to them from the DOM. So let's say document dot query selector, and we will select, I think I named it, I give it an ID of btm1. Yay. Let's copy this, let's use the hash css selector, and let's add an event listener to it for click, and when I click it, I'm going to use a arrow function now, and let's just say try, and let's say alert start run, and when it ends, so if there's no problem, alert, and within here we're going to type in and run. Okay, and after that we'll have a catch. If something should happen, let's say we'll catch error, and we will alert what should we alert? Let's say catch is ignored. because there is no error. Okay, and I misspelled because. There we go. Okay, so let's go up here and click on our button. Let's see what happens. Start run, okay, and end run. Perfect. So there is no error. But if I would do something like Norbert, type in here Norbert. What is this? What does this Norbert do? So it runs, it alerts run, and then catch is ignored because actually we have an error now, and the error is in here. So let's do something a bit more complicated. Let's take the second one. Let's say this was example 1. Actually, I'm going to copy this. Example 2. Now when we have an error, I'm going to leave this without an error. Okay, so if I hit on the first button, start run, and end. So this is the example without no error. Okay, and now let's have an error. So with error, and let's say we're going to grab onto the second button. So now it's this one right here. User. And we're going to leave Norbert in here. So this will be the error. And let's also change to start of try run. And down here we're going to alert end of try run. But we will have an error, so let's say we're going to grab on from the document, query selector, and we're going to grab on to the body. Let's do something with it, and let's say we're going to style it by giving it a background color of red. Danger, we are melting. So let's also console log here then, so alert that error has occurred. Okay, so let's try this. So if we click on our second button here, then it runs, then it hits Norbert, boom, error has occurred, and if you click OK, the background is red. Oh my god, we're doomed. Yeah, so this is how try catch works. So let's refresh the page, let's get rid of that error. And try catch only works for runtime errors. So what does this mean? If I would try to do something like try and then catch, and within here some kind of event, and close it up, so it doesn't do anything. Let's just say alert that's an alert. Okay, so the code within here in the try must be valid code. So if I would do something like this and then let's actually add it to the document. Now I could actually do this. So let's do this and let's type in here a Norbert again. Norbert. Okay, so bomb. But if I would comment this out and hit save, you can see nothing happens. So this is invalid code. Also, if I would do let's say curly braces and delete this one, you can see syntax error, unexpected token catch. So it does stop. Okay, it needs some valid code in order to run. Okay, so let's leave this here and let's say must be runtime error. Okay, now try catch works synchronously. So what does this mean? Step in here, try catch is synchronous. Well, if an exception happens in scheduled code, like in set timeout, then try catch won't catch it. So let's just say try, and we're going to, what am I doing? So let's go with the set timeout function, and let's say function. Actually, I'm going to use an error function. I like error functions. You don't have to type function, no variable, and close it up. And let's say this should occur with 1 second, and we need to catch the event and say alert won't work. So let's see what happens. Okay, so after 1 second, boop, disappears. No variable is not a variable. Okay, so this isn't working. And that is because the function itself is executed later, when the engine has already left the try and catch constructor. To catch an exception inside a scheduled function, try catch must be inside the function. So this should look then something like this. So set timeout, and within here, I use the arrow function again, and the try catch must be inside of here. Okay, so the catch. What am I doing? So alert the string of error is caught. Here. Okay, and we also need the time, so comma, let's say 2 seconds. And we need a no variable error. Hey, event. So after 2 seconds, there it is. Error is caught here. Okay. So yeah, next up we're gonna learn about error objects. So see you in the next video. Bye bye.